tragic situation here.
A mother watches helplessly as her car is stolen.
There is a 4-year-old and an 8-month-old in the back.
Police sweep the area, finding the vehicle close by.
That's the suspect right there. Kids are in custody.
A potential tragedy averted.
That mother's going to be so excited to have her kids back.
And breaking in the last hour, police identified James Acosta as the man who stole that SUV. He is in jail now on 2 kidnapping complaints and 1 larceny of a motor vehicle complaint.
And police are also telling us what Acosta told officers when they surrounded him. Our Bonnie Campo continues our breaking news coverage at the Oklahoma County Jail. Norman police are still working to find out why Allison Kometsiva killed a man. New court documents reveal she told police Billy Skinner was sitting on a couch in his apartment when she stabbed him multiple times. Kometsiva also said she moved his body to try to cover up her tracks, but then later called police to confess. She is facing a first-degree murder charge. A Stroud man is accused of killing his parents. He was initially arrested yesterday afternoon for suspicion of DUI hours after the victims were found dead in their home. Our Sylvia Corkle joins us with how investigators with OSBI connected him to the crime.
Thanks, Carl. After news broke.
Sylvia, thanks. An update now to breaking news. We report at this time last night, 4 teenagers are arrested following a chase ending near Northwest Expressway and Independence. Police say one of those suspects, 17-year-old Michael Shaputis, was wanted for a recent shooting in Bricktown. One person was shot in the arm, and a family says that they saw flashbangs.
They just started firing everywhere. They were just spraying it everywhere.
Police say Shaputis had several warrants for other violent crimes in the metro. A billboard for an exhibit featuring Islamic art is vandalized with racist graffiti. It's along I-44 in Tulsa, and the Philbrook Museum says the graffiti will not be tolerated.
I think it's mostly just being misinformed, and I really think it's an isolated incident of somebody kind of seeing something, dealing with maybe a culture that they're not familiar with.
The Philbrook says its message is one of tolerance, and it hopes the vandals actually come to see the exhibit. Meanwhile, the governor wants to connect directly with Oklahomans. He launched a newsletter today called the Stitt Statement. All we have to do is go to his Facebook page, click on the link, and sign up to receive information directly from the governor's office. We are now 1 month into the state's trial against opioid maker Johnson & Johnson. Today, a doctor who says he was paid by pharmaceutical companies to speak on their behalf at medical conferences took the stand, but he says he never felt like he was being used to influence other people.
I always lectured about how harmful they were. That's what I lectured about. I rarely said anything other than how harmful the opioids were. It was all about risk mitigation and that they can cause overdose and death.
Johnson & Johnson claims the testimony shows that they did everything by the book. The second of 4 MAPS 4 public meetings is scheduled for tomorrow at 9 a.m. The one yesterday lasted around 5 hours. Well, tomorrow the mayor and city council will talk about youth centers, beautification plans, the State Fair Coliseum, senior wellness centers, and an animal shelter. Again, it starts at 9 a.m. at council chambers. Get there early if you want a seat inside.
This is Oklahoma's own News 9.
Tonight, a small sheriff's office in Colorado is thanking a small Yukon business owner.
The department says he blessed them with uncommon kindness. Our Steve Shaw joins us with how this all came to be. Steve?
Carl and Amanda, Oklahoma City Police.
96. Nobody's crying over that.
No, you see it getting closer, though?
We're getting a little closer. Yeah,
we'll get there.
We're going to flirt with it?
We're going to flirt.
Yeah,
we're flirting.
Okay. All right. We'll be okay with it tomorrow. It looks nice.
It looks great.
Thanks, David.
Yeah.
Coming up was 4-time Big 12 defending champion OU, the preseason pick, or was it Texas? Dean tells us next in sports.
Good to see that bounce continue.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Inspiring the young kids.
Yeah.
Dean, thanks. Coming up after the break, a Metro firefighter gets a glimpse at what it takes to be a cheerleader. Stay with us. He maybe was a little scared. I thought he did great, though.
I'd be scared, too.
I would, too. The team toured the captain's station earlier today.
He's sizing up everyone that was lifting him.
You don't trust the Sooners to hold him?
Yeah, it looked like they did.
I don't trust
fine
anybody
job.
to hold me.
But I'd be like, how big are your arms?
No.
They did a great job, everybody involved. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Oklahoma's own News 9 starts now with breaking news.
Me being able to come back here is a true blessing. There's nowhere else I would rather be than Oklahoma City.
For 11 years, Russell Westbrook carried the torch for the entire state of Oklahoma. Now his historic era in our state is over.
The point guard will be reuniting with James Harden in Houston. News 9 is your home for coverage of Oklahoma City basketball. We have team coverage of this blockbuster trade.
The Houston Rockets are sending multiple assets our way, including a first ballot Hall of Famer, at least for now.
For now. So let's get right out to our News 9 sports director, Dean Blevins. Dean, this is huge news tonight.
Yeah, you know, really sad. When will that light shine in the future? Back to you guys.
All right, Dean, we appreciate it. We'll see you a little bit later in the show to break down all the ins and outs of this trade. Now, Russell Westbrook was in Tulsa in the last 3 hours. This is video from the Canes Ballroom. It was his event for his Why Not Foundation, a comedy show. He was scheduled to speak to the media, but did not. He also did not mention the trade.
You know who is talking, though.
Bonnie, thanks. You know, we knew it was coming, but it doesn't make it any easier to take now that it's happened. Westbrook's last game with the Thunder was in Portland, April 23rd. OKC lost to the Trailblazers in the first round of the playoffs. Russ went for 29 points, had 14 assists and 12 boards. You have to go back to October 29th, 2008 for his first game as a Thunder. He came off the bench in a loss to the Milwaukee Bucks. He had 13 points, 4 assists, and 4 boards.
And we've been looking at social media, looking at your reactions. Here's OKC Mayor David Holt. He took to Twitter saying in part, "I can't even begin to process it all now, but for tonight, holy cow, you can't make this stuff up. We traded our greatest love for our first love."
The list of unreal Russ moments is a long one, but if we're picking the best Westbrook game, how about at Denver, April 7th, 2017? Russ goes for 50 points, 16 boards, 10 assists. He had a triple-double record that he set in that game and ended the Nuggets' playoff hopes with that 36-footer at the buzzer for a one-point Thunder win. Russell Westbrook was named the NBA's MVP that season.
And for Russ, this may be bittersweet because he is back with former teammate James Harden. Of course, they played together for 3 seasons, even led the Thunder to the NBA Finals. The duo also went head-to-head multiple times, with Harden kicking Westbrook and the Thunder out of the playoffs in 2017.
So watch your phone for News 9 app alerts. We'll push out any updates from the Thunder, and we could see some updates, in fact, tonight.
We sure could. So much more to come on that.
Steve, thanks. A crime caught on camera in the metro has police now issuing a warning. They say it's called jugging, and that's when thieves watch you leave a bank or an ATM, then follow you until you park. Within seconds, they break into your car and steal your cash. News 9 Sylvia Corkill is live in our newsroom with an alert.
Karl, police say within the...
Tonight, some of our country's finest at Tinker Air Force Base say they have been forced to live in unsanitary conditions. Mold, flooding, even asbestos are among the problems many families have faced.
But News 9's Clayton Cummins is learning tonight it's not stopping there. He joins us now in studio here with the story.
Yeah, Karl and Amanda, it was back in October of last year when we first talked.
Guys, it is certainly July. Back to you all.
Coming up, Dean Blevins is live at the Peak with insight into the blockbuster Westbrook trade. Sports is next.
Guys, back to you.
No way. Absolutely. Dean, thank you for that. No, he's one of a kind, no, for sure.
And he gave so much to our community as well.
So passionate.
We'll be back with more right after this.
And we also have from the city of OKC, thanks for 11 years as a good neighbor and for the triple doubles, the MVP, and bringing the NBA Finals to OKC. What fun we had growing together. Look at that picture right there when he first started.
A young Russell Westbrook. Oh, man, we're going to miss him.
It's a shock. The rebuild is here, though.
Yeah.
It's coming, and I think folks are excited about that, I will say.
We're going to have so much more for you tomorrow. See you then.